Have you ever felt tired in a way that even sleep can't fix? As if your body could still keep going but your mind gave up days ago? Sometimes the weight doesn't come from what you do. It comes from what you feel and can't put into words. And maybe, just maybe, this video found you because of that. Because I asked God to send this message exactly to the one who's at their limit. The one who smiles on the outside but deep down just wants a little peace. Fats, you stay here with me. Because what I'm about to tell you might be the reminder your heart has been quietly asking for. There are days when your body wakes up but your soul keeps sleeping. You get up, do what you have to do, answer what you can, try to look fine. But there's an emptiness you can't explain. It's a kind of exhaustion that rest can't fix because it doesn't come from the body. It comes from the mind, from the heart, from the weight of trying to be strong all the time. You look around and everything seems the same, but something inside you has changed. Life goes on, people move forward, but within you there's a quiet heaviness, as if you were carrying the whole world and no one noticed. That kind of tiredness is sneaky. It doesn't scream, it silences. It doesn't knock you down all at once, it slowly drains your strength. You start to drift away from the things that once made you happy, begin to blame yourself for not feeling the same spark, and everything that used to be light now feels like a burden. And the hardest part is when people look at you and say, "You have everything to be fine." But they don't see what's happening inside your head. They don't hear the noise that never stops, the fear of not being enough, the exhaustion of having to keep going when all your heart wants is a pause. And that's when your mind tries to trick you. It whispers that it won't pass, that this is how it will always be, that you've lost something you'll never get back. But let me tell you something, this isn't the end. It's just an intermission. One of those moments when your soul withdraws to reorganize itself, to understand what needs to go and what's still worth carrying. God hasn't abandoned you. I know sometimes it feels like He's silent, like your prayers are stuck against the ceiling, like nothing changes no matter how hard you try. But His silence is also an answer. He doesn't always speak to show you the way. Sometimes He stays quiet to teach you how to trust when you can't see anything at all. And it's exactly in those days, the gray ones, the long ones, the lonely ones, that He's closest. His presence doesn't shout. It whispers. It shows up in details. In a song that plays when you need it most, in a message that makes you breathe again, or in a video that finds you for no reason, but somehow feels like it was made just for you. When your mind is tired, everything looks lost. But what you call the end, God calls a new beginning. He knows the weight you carry isn't because you're weak. It's because you've been strong for too long. And sometimes He has to let you stop so He can rebuild you. Because you weren't made to live on autopilot. You were made to feel, to exist with presence, to bloom again after the storm. This too shall pass. Such a simple phrase, but it holds the power your weary heart needs to remember every day. This too will pass. The pain will soften. The fear will fade. The weight will lift. And you'll breathe again without guilt. You'll find joy in the little things once more. The smell of coffee, the morning sun, the quiet laughter of someone you love. Because nothing lasts forever, not even what hurts now. And when it's over, you'll understand that all of this was preparing you for a new chapter. The tiredness you feel today isn't the end of the road. It's just a pause. An invitation to rest within yourself and let God take care of what you can no longer hold. He's there even when you can't feel Him. He's holding together what your heart no longer has the strength to sustain. And if this video found you, maybe it's just His way of saying, "I heard what you didn't have the courage to say. So breathe. You're not alone. This too shall pass. And when it does, you'll see, the time that felt wasted was actually the time God was using to rebuild you from the inside out." There comes a moment when the silence inside you starts to hurt more than any noise outside. You're not exactly sad, but you don't feel joy either. You're not broken, but something in you cracked, in places no one can see. It's as if life has lost its color, and everything that once moved you now feels distant, almost unreachable. And it's at that exact point when you think you've reached your limit that something begins to shift. Not around you but within. It's like a small spark, almost invisible, starts to flicker between the ashes of exhaustion. You don't understand it but you feel it. A different calmness, fragile, almost shy. It doesn't come to take away the pain all at once, but to remind you that something inside you is still alive. That's how God works. While you try to control everything, He waits for the moment when you're tired enough to let go. Because it's only when you stop fighting the current that He can finally guide you in the right direction. And then, in the middle of all the mental chaos, you start to notice small signs. A phrase that shows up out of nowhere. A song that says exactly what you can't put into words. A video that finds you, like this one. None of it is coincidence. They're quiet reminders that God is still here, caring for you in the margins of your routine. Your tired mind tries to convince you that the world has stopped, but your heart, even wounded, still beats, still insists. And that heartbeat is the proof that there's something in you that refuses to give up. That's the part God loves most about you. The part that keeps trying even when it's tired. Slowly the fog begins to lift. You realize the emptiness you felt wasn't punishment. It was space being made for the new. That God's silence wasn't absence. It was preparation. And that the time you thought was wasted was actually being used to rebuild you more gently, with more faith, more truth. This too shall pass. You start repeating the phrase and it stops being just an idea. It becomes a prayer. And in that quiet repetition you start to believe again. Because yes, it passes. Everything passes. The weight that feels unbearable today will turn into lightness. The confusion that clouds your thoughts will become clarity. And the pain that defines you now will one day be just a memory of where you were reborn. God never promised the path would be easy, but He promised His presence. And it's that presence that sustains you now as you learn to walk again. Slowly, without pressure, without proving anything. You don't have to meet anyone's expectations. The fact that you're still here is proof enough that hope never left you. And one day when you least expect it, you'll find yourself smiling again without forcing it. You'll notice the sunlight streaming through the window, and this time you won't look away. Something inside you, something that had been asleep, will begin to bloom again. It's not a dramatic rebirth. It's gentle. A quiet awakening, almost imperceptible. Like a plant sprouting again after a winter that lasted too long. You'll understand then that the exhaustion wasn't the end, it was the call. The turning point that led you back to yourself. God never wanted you to be strong all the time. He just wanted you to learn how to trust. And now that you have, peace begins to take root again. Not the kind of peace that depends on circumstances, but the one that grows when you finally accept you don't need to control everything anymore. Because yes, this too shall pass. But when it does, you won't be the same. You'll be calmer, deeper, whole again. And you'll realize that what once felt like the end was just the beginning of your rebirth. Oh ChatGPT Dis. There comes a moment when everything finally calms down. Not because the problems have disappeared, but because you've finally understood that not everything needs an answer right now. It's when your mind slows down and your heart whispers, "You've made it this far." And that already means a lot. God never promised you a path without weight. He promised you strength to keep walking even when your legs shake. And it's that quiet strength, the kind only those who've cried in the dark understand, that keeps you going. You start to realize that what once looked like weakness was actually sensitivity. That what others called giving up was really just your heart asking for a moment of rest. And in the middle of that rest, something happens. Faith returns. It doesn't arrive loudly, it arrives gently, like a soft breeze after days of storm. And you finally understand that "this too shall pass" isn't just a beautiful phrase. It's a deep truth. A reminder that no winter lasts forever. Everything that hurts now will one day become wisdom. You've survived days you thought would never end. And that makes you stronger than you realize. Today you might still be in the middle of the crossing, but a new beginning is already waiting for you. And when it comes, you'll look back and see that God didn't just hold you. He remade you. Quietly, patiently, lovingly. So when fear comes again, remember, this isn't the end. It's just another wave. Breathe. Trust. This too shall pass. And when it does, you'll bloom again, even more beautifully than before. If this message spoke to your heart, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what's coming next. Thank you for staying until the end. See you in the next video.